Okay, so we're going to take a look at the breeze offense, and one of the fundamentals is isolating cutters into space. So the strong side here is going to be this part of the field. You'll notice we have our two handlers back on the same side of the field. Our two wing cutters pushed up to the far hash. And as we roll the film, we're going to see the two isolation cutters cut. So the first isolation cutter gets it in all that space. It was a pretty easy one from the defense. And the other isolation cutter is now pushed down 12 yards down the field, setting up his cut. You notice the handlers are pushing, the wing cutters are pushing the field as well, but still giving plenty of space. No one's even crossed really half field. The secondary cutter breaks it down a little horizontal, but ends up getting open. Again, we'll pause it and look. Our isolation cutter is here, number 6. He's starting about 2 yards away, a great distance for a deep shot. We've noticed the handler is pushed up. The handler continues to push, and the wing cutter is lagging back, giving some space and time for that handler to push up through. We'll run the film now. He sets up his deep shot. And as he's setting it up, we can watch the handler, who's now become a cutter through the cycle, offer the thrower an in cut. Disc goes up before stall 4. And there we have 3 isolation cuts in a row on the strong side of the disc. Okay, this is a second look at the main principle of the breeze, which is isolating cutters in space. Again, the king or the center handler has received the disc on the strong side of the field, which is up here. 2 side handlers are back over here. We have the wings either wide or shallow and wide. Isolation cutters here and off the screen. So we're going to roll it. First isolation cutter clears out. Second isolation cutter makes a move and gets the disc. Now, what I want you to focus on is number 3 right here. You'll notice where he is as the disc is released. He's about 10 yards from the thrower, 10 yards upfield of the guy where the disc is going. As soon as he sees this, he's putting his head down, he is sprinting, and he's making his decision about 12 yards away from the thrower. You'll notice he's going to break his cut down, get his defender to commit, and then go the opposite way. Notice everyone else, 4 guys behind the disc. 29 here is the wing, is waiting for number 3 to make the move, and he'll have the second move. Plenty of space to operate up our strong side. Breaks the cut down, goes deep. The throw is thrown when he's at the 23-yard mark. Throw ends up going about 50 yards. An easy score, strong side offense. Okay, this short clip is going to be of the D line, showing principles of isolating cutters in the strong side space. The strong side is going to be over here. White hat is alone with the disc, and we're going to roll the film a little bit. So first thing I want you to notice is that this handler came back wide. Now, what that allowed White Hat to do, and really put this defender in a decision point, was it either allowed White Hat to throw into the inside of the strong side, if he remained tight to our handler here, or if he hung off loose, allowed him to hit an easier reset. So by driving back wide of the disc here, we open up the strong side space. Now we have 1, 2, 3 guys back of the disc. 4 has just caught it. And we have our 2 wings again. Notice neither of them has crossed half field. They are both less than 10 yards away from, or about 15 yards away from the disc. That means we have someone attacking this strong side space. Now, sure enough, we attack the strong side space, get a 20-yard in cut. In the last videos where we've seen success is now this player, this cutter, would be aggressively sprinting down the field. When this doesn't happen, we will see the consequences of that. He doesn't sprint downfield. He breaks his cut off at about a 5-yard in cut and gets looked off. And we swing the disc. Okay, so we're going to take a look here at another great example of timing your deep cut. So we're going to start here with White Hat relieving the pressure with a big hammer over the top, but that's not the part I want to focus on. I want to focus on here. We have our isolation cutter 1, isolation cutter 2. You'll notice again the wings are doing a great job of staying shallow, staying wide. They have not crossed half field when the disc was all the way on the sidelines. What this allows us to do here is isolate our second cutter on an island. You'll also notice he wants to time up a deep cut, and he's starting about even with Brad. This allows him to run by. The throw is released again about 5, 10, 15, 20 yards downfield. An easy run on for, again, about a 50-yard huck. Very simple, isolating the deep space. Okay, this video again is going to take a look at how to perfectly time a deep cut on the strong side as part of an isolation play. To give you some context, this is the first isolation cutter. Our strong side is up here. Now you'll notice this is our second isolation cutter. You'll notice how wide he is. He's on the far hash. You'll notice how shallow he is. He's about 5 yards away from where the thrower is about to catch it. He is driving horizontally across. And then once he realizes he has his man's shoulder, he is turning and going full speed deep. This throw is released 15 yards away. It's about a 40-yard shot, and it is a very easy deep completion.